up, guys? Welcome to the Oval. What's going on, guys? How's everyone's week going?
It's good.
Yeah.
Last night, I went to O Factor. I know we all went to O Factor.
Yes.
And yeah, it was a really fun experience. A lot of cool bands, cool rappers, just all different kinds of genres of music. What did you guys think about it?
Well, it was great. Wire was at O Factor yesterday, so all of us were there enjoying the performances. The talents were exceptional. Just seeing people that you have classes with, performing and everything, it's really, really cool to see them outside of that, educational atmosphere and into something more personal and, just fun to watch. I really, really loved the acts. I loved Rib and the Bones. They were amazing. I've seen them live before, but I think that there's a couple of other acts that would definitely, fit within Flo Rida's realm.
C4.
That's why I was saying, I think it's so cool that our school does something like this, just to be able to have the opportunity. Like, if I were a musician, the idea of it's sort of like a battle of the bands type thing, but then the winner, they are getting to open, they're going to be the only act opening for Flo Rida, aside from everyone else who's going to be performing on their own stage, throughout the day. To be able to put that on your resume if you're trying to make it in the music business, be open for Flo Rida.
Yeah,
that's
and
insane.
you get to use Flo Rida's team, whatever musician
really?
gets to use his
know
team.
that.
So you get the
professional
real
sound
deal
guys.
experience.
So you set up with them?
I think so, or you just get. I don't even know if you probably
Sound
they
check?
just
Yeah,
do sound
yeah,
checks with
sound-
them. It's with Flo Rida, so.
That's
I know,
awesome.
it's a super good experience. 'Cause,
Yeah.
imagine, C4 was really good.
It was really
we saw
good.
him last night. And, imagine being him. Imagine
Yeah.
he goes up there, and then Florida's like, this kid's pretty for
It's
his
pretty
age."
good.
Yeah.
I know some people. Back
Yes,
here,
exactly. It's it's such a great networking thing.
Yeah.
Or just to, I don't know, just to get the experience. I'm very excited to go
Me
watch.
too.
Yeah,
too.
Oneonta did a really good job at putting this event on. I was very impressed by them. It was packed
Yeah.
out.
It was packed.
There was more people in seats, which
Yeah.
was great.
There
Crowded
wasn't
even in the
enough room.
hallway.
No, there
Everyone
wasn't.
Everyone was
Filling
popping
up the
out.
Yeah.
Tons
hallways.
of food too. There was
And-
more than enough food. for
Yeah,
everyone, which
and
was
it just
great.
makes you realize. I feel like a lot of people that were there that night probably didn't realize about Oneonta's music scene.
Yeah.
Until they had an O Factor event, and then it's
Everyone's
we have all
there.
of these bands in this town. Where do I see them? And then you go to all the different venues, the Treehouse
Yeah.
or the Teen Center, those places.
And a lot of people, there was one guy I saw setting a lot of stuff up. He was moving around a lot, and we were talking to him at the end, and he's in the concert production class that I didn't even know was a class here.
Yeah.
But that's who put on was doing a lot of the operations of stuff yesterday, and he was saying the same thing, that he hasn't even he didn't even know what Treehouse was or any.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
but
these
he
are,
was
seniors,
excited now. He's all right, I'll probably come this weekend.
Yeah, it was
think
an
too,
eye-opening thing.
With COVID, so many people said this is their first performance since COVID, and the amount of people who showed up and these bands who came together,
Probably a little
two of the
surreal.
people they met because they got random rooming situation this year, and it's just okay,
Yeah.
That's
just
crazy.
by chance, and these people are just meeting and connecting so quickly, and everyone's here to back them up, even though COVID could have destroyed the music.
Yeah.
I feel and
doesn't
it
happen.
came back so
Yeah.
strong.
It did
It
it.
really did.
Yeah.
You
Not
can't-
at SUNY Oneonta.
Can't kill music, yo.
Yeah, but the reason that Wire was there, basically, so we're trying to put on a new show right now called The New Wave. So it's going to be based fully around Oneonta music. So it was created by Richard. He was a prior host, and it's also going to be hosted by our very own Caroline right here.
Pretty exciting
So yeah,
stuff.
it's a pretty cool show. It's pretty new, and we're just going to be having bands come into the studio, as well as those out-of-studio productions like we did with O Factor and things like that. So pretty exciting show.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
I'm
about
really
it.
excited.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
So we're going to be doing a lot more Wire productions of
Oh, yeah.
music
Oh, yeah.
stuff in the future.
Yeah, we're popping out to the music scene.
Yeah,
we have to
in
use-
general, it's been a pretty, musical week also too, because the Grammys were on Sunday.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys ended up watching the Grammys, but
I watched
some pretty, interesting outcomes, I'd say. A lot of people were not happy, which is, I feel kind of unlikely, with Olivia Rodriguez winning Best New Artist, because there were a lot of other people that were nominated, Baby Keem was nominated.
Baby Keem won Best Rap Performance?
Yeah.
Yes, he did.
That's my love. I love Baby Keem. Everyone should listen to Baby Keem. Best Rising Star, I think. But also, he's
The
really
music
good.
right now, the music scene is at
crazy.
Oneonta, it's up.
Yeah,
In general,
great, it's up. It's
Harry
only up.
Styles just released his new single, As It Was.
That's
82, I
It's a
think it said
banger.
82 million streams on Spotify in one day, which passed Olivia Rodrigo's driver's license.
Most streams
Most
in a
streamed.
day.
Most streamed in a
song
day.
in a day.
Yeah.
And most streamed song of 2022.
Harry
Yeah.
Styles.
We
Yeah,
knew
yeah,
that.
within a
We
day.
knew
Wait,
it.
what was that called again?
As It Was.
As It Was.
Yeah, I like that
It
song.
actually
Yeah.
came out on our way to filming Wire last
Yeah, it did.
Really?
We
Yeah.
listened to it walking
Yeah,
in.
on the
Right,
way.
because it came out midnight European time.
So it was like 7
it's
o'clock or
It's on that
something.
Harry Styles time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's got 12
yeah.
other tracks being released. His album comes out May 20th, so listen to it.
Going back to the Grammys though, Tyler the Creator won Best Rap Album for Call Me If You Get Lost. And what I thought was interesting too about the candidates, I was looking at it. Apparently Drake dropped out of
In
the
December.
Grammys.
Why
yeah.
did he drop out?
For Certified Lover Boy.
But he
They
was
don't
nominated
know.
against Donda.
Yeah,
so I don't know
Donda,
if
so
it's
it was like
because- But
the-
Kanye West was also not at
Did
the
Kanye win
Grammys.
any?
Yeah, he did win a Grammy.
I think he
Okay.
did. He did win, but he was not
or something.
I know he was like kind of
present
booted
because of
from.
what's been going
Yeah.
on with him, but
I don't know.
Yeah, but like Grammys. I mean,
Yeah, like what's your opinion on the
didn't
Grammys?
personally
Like,
watch.
Yeah,
I think they're pointless.
I didn't
I'm
watch.
more of an Oscars kind of gal. I'm not
I
gonna lie,
begin.
but
Over the years, I've started to lose my attention span frequently in a lot of aspects. But with
Yeah.
certain things, like award shows, I just would much rather.
hear about it the next
Yeah, I
day.
would
Yeah,
like to
hear
go
about
on
it the next
YouTube and
day.
watch like a highlight reel of all,
Right.
maybe some performances, some fun stuff. But they beef it up with so much like. I don't
It's
know.
long. It's
long.
nonsense.
Just filler.
I just would
Yeah,
just rather
really.
look at who won. Like I like to go on the website and just.
I do like the performances, but like
Yeah.
You can watch
that's
those on YouTube.
Yeah, like I'll look at the
Exactly.
4-minute clip rather than the whole.
Well, I was waiting for
thing.
Lady Gaga, who was supposed to perform, and I don't think they actually aired it. Like they kept saying, "Oh, Lady Gaga's going to be on next to sing with Tony Bennett because she was nominated for an Oscar with
Must have
that."
been spectacular.
And I fell asleep before, went on YouTube the next day to try to look it up, and it wasn't on anywhere. So I don't know if they just didn't film it, or
Maybe
they
they
used it
didn't.
as like an
Strange.
advertising thing. It just didn't happen, or like happened during a
There's been some
commercial
weird
break.
things with
But
award
it's just
shows
like,
recently.
Bizarre.
Yeah.
I like refuse to even watch the Grammys at this point because ever since the weekend,
Weeknd.
totally got botched 2 years ago.
Wait, I didn't. What happened with that?
Well, with Blinding Lights and all that, he didn't receive a single nomination
Oh,
for any of them.
yeah.
That's the most streamed song since the year 2000. That's crazy.
That is crazy.
So like, how in the what happened was with that initial issue is that he wanted to play the Super Bowl rather than the Grammys. The Grammys got upset, and we're like, we're not going to nominate you, even though he was. But that was the year that After Hours came out.
Yeah, that was a great
far.
album.
Yeah.
Great
Or
album.
Yeah.
the biggest album of the year, like even just numbers wise, stats wise, like you can't even debate it. And to not receive a single
No.
Something's
nomination-
fishy.
Yeah.
Something's fishy.
Yeah, sums up.
And the Grammys themselves is literally a committee. It's not even any kind of
it's the
voting.
Academy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I don't really love the
Some
Grammys.
sus
That's
behavior.
like,
Yeah, the
Um,
Grammys is it's same with all award shows though. You know, people get snubbed and it's upsetting. But
Yeah.
anyway, so we're gonna take a quick break and we'll be back soon. What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Oval. We're going to shift gears to a more serious conversation. Today in politics, April 7th, Justice Kentaji Brown Jackson has become the first African American female as a justice in the Supreme Court. Did you guys hear about this?
It's pretty awesome.
It's
yeah.
amazing.
I'm
it's
excited
amazing.
about it. Yeah.
I like to see it. I
I just like that she's young. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like
Step
we
in
need,
the right
we need,
direction.
yeah, exactly. Like the Supreme Court is like such an underrated spot in the it's so big. Like
plays such a big
it plays such a
role.
big role, and like no one really talks about it that much. And it's one of the few positions that we don't actually select ourselves directly. And like it's pretty cool to see someone
It was
like
President Biden's
breaking.
first.
Yes, right, which
appellate
is also
nominee.
pretty big. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just cool that she's breaking
And she
barriers.
Is
Yeah.
like you were saying that she's young.
Yeah.
I was watching. I feel like anytime I really do not keep up with the news as much as I should a lot of times, but a lot of times there's so much negativity. I just try not to look at it. But I happened to see this today as it was like breaking news within the hour that it happened, which is really cool that we're able to just see that just from social media. But there was a clip of once it was all said and done, it was all passed, and everybody who was still in the room like applauding her, and I rewatched it a couple of times just at how slow everyone was clapping because a lot of them are so old that they I'm not even
I
saying
didn't know that's
this
where you
in-
were going. I thought you were going to say they were overcome with emotion.
no, it was just I had to go back and I watched each person like every time,
Yeah.
and I felt like I was watching my grandfather, and which is alarming. I'm not even saying that in like a humorous way, but my
Yeah.
grandpa is, I believe, 90 years old, and it is very refreshing to have someone young.
We need
I
new
get-
minds.
I
we need-
understand you
minds,
want to
yeah.
have someone who's experienced and wise.
Yeah, but then they don't know what they're.
still-
I mean, no, that's a general statement, but they don't really know what they're talking about if they're old and then they're
Times
not
are
with the
changing.
times.
Times are
They
changing.
change
And the
so
fact that it's
fast.
2022
So
and this is
much.
the first black female representing in the Supreme Court
Yeah.
is already something that's backing that up. So
Yeah.
this is a really, really big step in the right direction. So she's very, very, very smart and qualified for her position. So I think that this could mean great things for our country and especially for women in our country.
I don't know
She's
if
also.
you saw.
You can go ahead.
Sorry, people were just mad disrespectful during her.
They were,
like,
of course they were,
when
yeah.
she got the position and whatnot, because who was it? The Republican. What was his name?
Ted Cruz?
No, it was Mitch McConnell.
What about Mitch McConnell?
He just stormed out of the room.
A lot of
he
them
didn't.
stormed
He
out of the
didn't
room.
congratulate her. He didn't say anything. Like, what a sore loser.
A lot
I'm sorry,
that's how
but
it-
Sore loser.
Like
sore
you can run our
losers,
country, but you
like-
can't just.
Yeah.
yeah,
happy
you
for
get pouty
someone.
when you lose. Like
Yeah.
that's weird. I don't know.
I also saw she's super
Because they
into
don't
like.
respect her. They
Yeah.
don't respect her, and they don't think that she's going to be able to do a good job. But she will. Because
she
she
will.
is qualified and a smart, brilliant woman.
She's also super into like prison reform and
Yeah.
all of that, which is like really cool because I personally feel like a lot of issues in our society stem from that and just like systematic like racism and all of that. So to see what she's going to be able to do in her position and see what comes of it, right?
Yeah.
To be here for
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
I remember being in kindergarten when Barack Obama was getting elected for the first time, and like I remember them
History.
talking about
Kindergarten?
it,
You were in kindergarten?
sitting on the
Yes.
rug and
Yeah.
like they were
Kinder-
talking
me
about
too,
different
sitting
things.
on the
That was the
kindergarten.
first time
I
that
was in third grade.
just trying to understand.
That doesn't
Cool.
matter.
No, you were in third grade. No, we were.
No,
in,
not for
The first
president.
election when he was running. Yes.
Wait for president.
Yes.
I was on the kindergarten
Yeah,
rug.
me too. I was kindergarten. It's for sure kindergarten.
Were you
I was
held
in
back?
third grade.
The
so
point
one
is
of
that
us-
we're here.
just
It's making
exciting.
history.
One of us was mixed up somewhere.
Someone mixed up.
We were
Yeah.
8.
We're still in elementary
would be
school.
5.
Elementary school is like such a young. I don't know. It's nuts
We've,
that
our
First time.
generation
Yeah, but
has
they're
got
freshmen,
to
though.
witness
Okay.
history in like multiple different ways, and this is like one of those huge things. And you know, with Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg passing away, now there's another woman stepping into the Supreme Court, and that's again, like I've said, a very, very big step in the right direction. And especially with, I'm not sure if you guys heard about what's been happening in Oklahoma with the new abortion ban. You know, hopefully having her as a justice could maybe
Yeah.
put that
it better.
whole situation in the right direction.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I
it's
just don't
it's
understand how
really
you're going to
horrible.
ban abortion in another state. Like
Well,
it just,
Yeah.
it's going to keep happening. What they started off with was Texas, the abortion ban in Texas, and women who needed to receive an abortion were traveling to one of their neighbors, being Oklahoma, to receive these abortions. And since I think it was 45% of abortions of women traveling to Oklahoma, they decided, okay, well, if you're going to travel here, then we're going to make a ban on abortion here unless it's medical, unless your child is
Yeah, it's a
going
full
to,
ban,
yeah,
correct?
complete,
Full ban.
yeah.
it's
insane
just,
to me.
it's
Yeah.
like you're going backwards in time.
It is, it
It's
is.
like, why are we on this? Like there's
It's like
so many
there'll
other
be
issues
one
that
step
are
forward and
happening.
then one step back.
Yes.
Yeah.
You'll have something for freedom for LGBTQ plus, and then you'll have the Don't Say Gay bill, and then you have
Yeah.
Justice Kentaji Brown Jackson.
Yeah, I think it's
Voted
all to
in
make
and then-
people happy, like a campaign tactic for people that are running. Because sometimes not always when a bill is passed like this do people want it to happen. It's just
Yeah.
they are doing it so that people will vote for them in the
Yeah.
future.
Well, I'm 100% sure in Oklahoma they do want this banned because it's, abortion. That's more of like a strict topic of conversation, and because it's, religious and other things. So I don't think that they would bring this in for a campaign thing, but most of the time, yeah, that's definitely the case. But for something more social, that has to do with like women's reproductive rights, this is definitely higher up men in the government that do not want that to be an opportunity for women to receive
Yeah.
if need be.
I just think it's like an easy thing for like white males to like grasp and be like, yeah, this is something we don't want because there's a huge other group of people that don't want that either, and then it just makes it, I don't know, people
Yeah.
think
Yeah,
that they're like
people
in the
use-
right for doing that, and
Yeah.
it's like
Yep.
we don't
I
even
think
need
a lot of
that.
times people take advantage of like an issue or a matter at hand and try to use it
For
like
their
not even
benefit.
just in politics and anything. They use it as like as a business. Like
Mm-hmm.
everything that we
It's all
experience in
business.
our day to day is just
Exactly.
You don't think that it is, but everything comes from a business
100%.
mindset.
All of politics is a business. It's just
Yeah.
about them like, okay, I got to get my votes for this year so I can keep making my money, keep getting my donations, and
Yeah.
keep my
Or,
little.
like, get
And like everyone's
position.
a victim of that. Like if you
100%,
if you
yeah.
really look into everyone like in politics, like all of them have, I feel like
Yeah.
been guilty of
And
doing
they don't
that.
always
Yeah.
even follow through on what they say.
Yeah.
Like campaigning for. So like, how do you even know or?
They don't do a thing, man.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
cannot believe that we are like just experience. I'm sure maybe everybody, other generations have had this too, but like I feel like us as a generation have just experienced the most groundbreaking history for our short lifetime. We've been alive for 20 years, 2 decades. In the grand scheme, that's not that long, but the amount of just
Yeah. Historical
like
events.
historical
Yeah.
very like
Prominent.
prominent,
Yeah.
thank
Yeah.
you, prominent historical events that have occurred since kindergarten. Like that was the first thing that I could think of. I just can't imagine that happening for, I don't know.
Yeah, I think our world has changed a lot really, really rapidly. Like 40 years ago, there's like half the amount of people just on the earth that there is now. So just that's like an interesting
Yeah.
thing to think about. Plus, like just the rapid use of technology, we're all so interconnected. We were talking about the news earlier, like the fact that we can like have something happen and instantly know
Yeah.
anywhere in the world
Yeah.
at any moment in time, any place that you are,
That's very
you can connect
fragile.
with someone else.
With the snap of a finger.
Yeah.
And you know, actually, since we were talking about music before, it's interesting. Today in class, I was watching this history of hip hop class, like Yo MTV Raps. That was like one of the first music rap TV shows that showcase like the different types of rap groups in different states. So that was the first time, or one of the first times that people were able to see rap in Miami,
places.
California,
Oh,
like
wow.
all
That
different
is cool.
places, seeing what they're doing over there when before no one knew. Like it was just like you do your own thing in your own place.
Right.
So now the fact that we're like you can talk to anyone anywhere, it's just like boggles my mind. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's reminding me of that today.
Yeah.
But
Technology's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is. The world has changed, and look at these phones that we're obsessed with. Like that's the craziest thing to me. Is like, even like that's 2008. Like before then, these were not
No
They are
iPhones.
everything in society. Like
That's what,
in
that's
in
what I
our
mean.
in our college, like every single person goes and puts their phone on their desk. Every single one of us has a phone.
It becomes
Yeah.
a part of
Like,
you. Like it's not just like
100%.
I feel like there was a time where certain people were able to have cell phones and they were like the huge things, and they like in the 80s, a few people would have like
Yeah.
the kind that they
Yeah.
could transport, but it wasn't really like.
Yeah.
The
Now
antenna.
it's not even. When you say my phone, you think of it as like. I don't know.
go my
it's just
phone.
everybody-
People
yeah.
know each other's cases. Like,
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
The
Like
fact that you feel like there's like you're missing something if you don't have it on you at all times. That's just
it's weird.
It's insane that it's
know-
like that now and it wasn't like that 20 years ago. I
Yeah.
don't know.
What's crazy is that a person who works on this show, actually, surprisingly enough, is not so attached to his phone. He left his phone in my house for 5 days straight. This guy named Ronan back there, who's
I know that guy.
Yeah.
When I said that to him, I
5
was
days.
like, I was like, wow, 5 days. He's like, yeah, my family was calling me. They were really worried. And I was like, well, weren't you concerned? He's like, no, it happens to me all the time. I'm not really.
Wasn't
You know, you
good.
gotta
really
respect
envy
it.
it.
It's
No,
nice
I
going
envy
on a
it.
break
I
without
really
your
do.
phone. It's
Yeah.
nice.
Mentally, the one I went for a
5
week in
days.
high
At least
school
have an
without it,
alarm.
and
Yeah.
like I was getting such better sleep. This is the main thing for me. I didn't have it when I was falling asleep or waking up, and that sets the whole tone. I've been trying to do that now in my day to day, but it really sets the tone for your day when you
Yeah.
wake up and the first thing I do is like reach for my phone. Like it's like you're addicted. I don't
Yeah.
want that, so
And
I try
it's-
to.
Yeah,
consciously
my
not.
roommate Maddie, she charges her phone on her desk every night and has her alarm on her desk. And you don't see that often. I feel like
Radiation
everyone.
prevention.
Yeah, I put my phone right next to my ear. I can't wake
I
up
started
for
charging
anything,
mine
but
on my desk.
like you hear anything, I won't wake up. But yeah, it's cool how she does that, and I've been trying to do that more too. I don't know. I'm just trying to be more aware because I feel like you fall into this like trap with your phone
Because
and thinking you
everybody
need
is
it.
doing it.
But you
Yeah.
don't need it. Like you, realistically,
I
what are
want a
you
flip
missing
phone.
on?
I would
Yeah.
like a flip phone so badly. The downside, I've contemplated this for a while. The other side of it is like, we're all media studies majors. I love to do like photo and video stuff, and having my phone handy at any time is very like convenient. Honestly, the convenience of it is very nice, but I'm trying to work on not using it for things other than communication and not to get too wrapped up in it.
I agree, though. Flip phones should come back.
Yeah.
They're so
Like,
cheap.
Normalize
Right?
flip
They're
phones.
kind of a
Make it
look,
easy.
too.
Yeah, they are.
Vintage.
Yeah,
Like,
it's
I
like,
wish
hold
I had
on,
a flip
I'm
phone
getting a
right
call,
now.
and then
Yeah.
you like.
The text where you have to hit the button like 3 times.
Yeah.
You slide it
Yeah.
outwards,
Yeah.
and you're
It's a
like,
little mystery, you know?
Yeah.
yeah.
Gives you character.
I was a pro at that back in the day, the 3.
Uh,
I was good at that. That was my first phone. It was pink. Pink
Was
flip
it
phone.
pink?
Oh, you
I
had
had
the
a pink
you had the
one, too.
razor one.
Yeah. I think it might have been
Mine was a
Razor.
Razor.
Honestly. It was my
Mine was
aunt's, so I was
I
like,
know
I'll
what
take
I
it, man.
Yeah,
I'll
whatever.
take it. Phone's a phone.
And I think maybe my weekly goal is to stop using social media as much. I'm gonna try now that we just had this
Yeah.
That's the
conversation.
main
Like,
thing, I think.
come back next Thursday and I'll keep you guys updated.
I feel like though
about it.
there's like being media studies, there's like a productive way to use it with like researching, or even TikTok's looking for trends if you're trying to relate it to like a job if you're doing
Yeah.
marketing. But when it's your own, just like brain off scrolling and stuff like that on
Yes.
Instagram, then it's like draw the line, put your phone on like do not
Instagram.
disturb.
Instagram for me used to be such a great, like throughout high school, I loved just like creating things and being able to just like, I loved using Instagram as, I would post things without a thought, like I don't know, I
Yeah.
just sort of, and I loved it. And I've noticed now, for whatever reason, like over the last few months, I've gotten the notification where it says like, I would never look at what other people were posting. I don't know, I didn't feel the need to scroll. I get the thing that says like, you've reached like the end of your feed for the day, like check back tomorrow, because I've literally seen everything that I could possibly see.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it's like, it makes my heart drop a little bit. I'm like, I can't believe I just, like, I'm like giving away so much of my valuable time in the day to my phone, looking at people that I don't even know or talk to, because I like care about their life, but I don't. But it's just something to keep in mind, to be conscious of, because I wasn't like that at one point, and I'm trying to
Gotta be conscious
reel
of
it back in.
Yeah.
It's easy to get wrapped up in a lot of the crazy things we have going on these days.
Right.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm going to keep up with my goal. I'm going to try, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to succeed. You know, I post on that private story a lot.
Oh yeah.
Good luck,
see,
Tess.
we'll
I'll
see.
be.
We'll
I'm
try.
pulling for you.
What's the one? Wait, what's the one app that we need that we all like, or do we gotta?
What?
Actually,
What app?
what's the one app that everyone like would love to not live with that, or they would like to keep? If you could delete every other
I have
app,
to keep TikTok.
what's that one
I
app
have
that
to
you
keep
would keep?
TikTok.
Really?
My
TikTok
camera.
has the most
camera.
range, I
Easy.
feel like.
No,
It's
but
like
if you
so
have
Not a
not
camera,
something
like
that
your
comes
social,
with the
social
phone.
media app.
Instagram, because I need to like network
Okay.
and stuff.
I'd get rid of
I would say
Instagram, I think. Do you guys still have Snapchat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Streaks
Streaks
now.
now.
I
Streaks
say
now.
Streaks, okay.
Instagram, however, I post on my private story as if it's like a vlog. I post on that like nobody's business. That's just something that I love to have, to be able to look back on. And I like to tell a story, you know,
Yeah.
keep people up to date in my life who aren't here, which is it's just crazy because that wasn't a thing at one point. In time.
It's a great it's a great
Yeah.
advancement. having
Yeah,
that.
I would say probably either Instagram or Snapchat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's great. So I think we're going to wrap things up. We'll see you guys next week. Thanks
Yeah.
for a wonderful